if we type in suspense in Google, right, we can see that the definition is a state or feeling of excited or anxious uncertainty about what may definition, but let's go more in depth with it. Suspense is a literary device or a type of literary device, so I want to make sure that we understand it from that point of view. So if I look up suspense literary device, the definition is suspense is a literary device that authors use to keep their readers' interest alive throughout the work. It is a feeling of anticipation that something risky or dangerous is about to happen. Now, this is a really good definition. It pretty much covers up the whole shebang of what suspense is, but I want to go more in depth with it. I want to talk about what it does. I want to talk about how it's used and how it impacts writing. Why do authors use suspense? I know you all missed my lovely handwriting. We know this stuff, right? To build emphasis, develop literary devices, or develop other literary devices, to trick you, and basically to get you to keep reading. Think about like a scary movie, and you have like that ghost that like is in the house, and you see him coming through the door, and then all of a sudden you don't see the ghost anymore, but you know there's a ghost in the house, so you keep watching that movie because you want to see that ghost. So let's talk about how do authors use suspense. They can use a simple ellipses, ... They can use the dash. They can add information. They can use other literary devices. This I want to focus on first. So using other literary devices, right? So let's say you have two characters. You're not really sure what's going on, but the author says his face had a frown on it, or maybe he was scared. So you're going to take that scared, you're going to take that sadness, and you're going to say, okay, something is making these characters scared and sad. I'm not sure what it was, but I'm going to find out what it was, okay? So this is using characterization to build suspense. And, you know, there's other things that they can use too. That's like imagery, setting, all that fun stuff. All this is important, but there's one crucial thing that authors do in order to create suspense, and that is withholding. So the definition for that is the refusal to give something that is due or desired. Please don't get confused with withholding tax. That is a whole other thing that you shouldn't have to worry about until you're older. We're talking about withholding, okay? So withholding is basically not giving information that is needed, okay? It's kind of like if I ask you guys a question and I'm just standing there with an annoying smile on my face and you're like, Miss Gelfars, give us the answer. And I'm like, no, because you have to figure it out on your own. Suspense impact writing. You guys know this, right? Builds emphasis. Always. And what does that mean? Makes the thought stronger. Or more important. It also makes the writing more interesting. It builds dramatic appeal. What does that mean? It builds drama, and you know we all love drama, especially 11th graders in high school. Builds the drama. We all want to be a part of the drama. We all want to know what's going on. Huge aspect of it. It impacts writing in a million different ways. I can't even list all of them, but these are a few of the main points. Other things, let's see. It impacts writing in a million different ways. I can't even list all of them, but these are a few of the main points. Other things, let's see. 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 makes the reader more interested. Because think about it. What is the main goal of an author to write a book, right? What is the main goal? It's for readers to read the book. And if you withhold information and you build all this suspense and this drama, it's going to make the readers want to read it more. I'm going to show you an example of suspense from one of my favorite books. You guys know this. It's The Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan. You've probably heard me talk about it in class a million times. This is the first one. Look how ruined my copy is because it's so old. All right. Let's open to the first page. Oh my god, this thing is destroyed. All right. I accidentally vaporized my pre-algebra teacher. Okay, right there. There's suspense. Don't you want to know why he vaporized his pre-algebra teacher? Don't get any ideas. You're not going to vaporize me, okay? Don't get any ideas from this. All right. Look, I didn't want to be a half-blood. There's suspense right there. What the heck is a half-blood? If you're reading this because you think you might be one, my advice is close this book right now. Believe whatever lie your mom or dad told you about your birth and try to lead a normal life. Close this book right now. I'm getting chills up my spine, okay? That is an example of suspense. Are you going to close the book? No, because I want to know what a half-blood is. Being a half-blood is dangerous. It's scary. Most of the time, it gets you killed in painful, nasty ways. Okay, there you go. There's another example of suspense. Get you killed? If you're a normal kid reading this because you think it's fiction, great, read on. I envy you for being able to believe that none of this ever happened. But if you recognize yourself in these pages, if you feel something stirring inside, stop reading immediately. You might be one of us. And once you know that, it's only a matter of time before they sense it too. And they'll come for you. Don't say I didn't warn you. Okay, there's another way that the author, Rick Riordan, is using suspense. Look at this. Italicized words. I didn't think of that before. All right? Don't say I didn't warn you. Don't say I didn't warn you. That's like the biggest example of suspense I've ever seen in my life. My name is Percy Jackson. I'm 12 years old. Until a few months ago, I was a boarding student at Yancey Academy, a private school for troubled kids in upstate New York. Am I a troubled kid? Yeah, you can say that. There's a huge example of suspense. What does that mean, a troubled kid? What did Percy Jackson do? He's only 12 years old. All right?